something very interesting happening in the world right now. Obviously, everyone's aware of this disruptive change that is sort of cloud computing, but when you actually start to look at it, there's several specific different things that are happening. One is the move to virtualized resources, right? And this is the move that was really kicked off by Amazon. So infrastructure as a service. These guys are abstracting away all the hardware, compute, network, and storage, so you don't have to really deal with that. These are just infinite resources you can consume at will, which is great. However, you still have to deal with servers and configuring and managing these servers at that layer. And there are some great companies out there that can help you manage those servers, like RightScale and CloudKick and Engineered's cloud products and whatever. You can really just sort of provide tooling for managing those servers. But what we wanted to do is really be a level above that in terms of really thinking as a platform, abstracting away all that hardware. And so application platforms tend to focus on the application as the sort of main unit. And you can see this pattern. So right now, if you look at some other platforms, application platforms, there's Microsoft's Azure, which is a really interesting offering that they're really sort of ramping up now. And there's also Google's App Engine, which has been around almost as long as we have. And their implementation is very different than ours, but it has very similar philosophies in terms of the way it scales, what is abstracted away from the developer, what isn't, etc. And then obviously the space is heating up. You see, VMforce has been announced. It's not out yet, but should be an interesting offering. And there are others. So what's happening in that space is that everyone has realized that more value is higher in the stack, right? So compute, storage, and network are basically becoming free. That's really what's happening in this disruption. They are going to become effectively free, like long distance, right? And how long does that take? Is it today? Is it tomorrow? It's certainly happening. And companies like Google and VMware and Microsoft and Amazon are all the competition between those groups is going to drive those prices to the bottom. So it's going to be a race to the bottom. Something like the Apple App Store, that's another type of abstraction, right? It's sort of a business abstraction. They're abstracting away your need to do some of the go-to-market, right? Now you just put this thing in the store and the business model and value prop is already fixed. You're just choosing your price and the deal terms even are already fixed. So it's sort of a business in a box. You just build it, set it there, and you're good. And we're doing the same thing with our add-ons catalog, right? There are all these cloud service opportunities. We even know what people want. There's this giant list that we maintain of all these services that people have asked for that we haven't gotten to yet. And you just literally build the service, put it in our catalog, and people start clicking on it and buying it and consuming it. And the business model and the value prop are already sort of fixed and clear. It's definitely a way to provide acceleration in the whole ecosystem.